Hey y'all, it's Katherine here at Indoor Kitty Cat, and welcome to my speed renovation of Verdigree Notaberry's house for my Not So Berry challenge. I want to get right into it, but first I want to show off my first piece of fan art that I have received. This was drawn by Noelle of Spinach Chan Gotcha. She was inspired by episode 6 when Verdigree went to go ask Caleb for a crystal, and I said, well, he just went vamoosh, and she thought it was hilarious. So she drew that for me, and I'm very excited. So that will be going up somewhere in my background, probably, but I was very happy about that. If you haven't seen episode 6, you can check out the card that I will have up in the corner, so you can catch up on that. But we have a speed renovation to watch. So let's curl up, get cozy, and play some Sims. So first, I started with her science shed, and you'll get to see all of this in action in episode 7. It's premiering on Sunday. A little bit of a wibbly wobbly, timey wimey situation right now because I did the renovation of the house first, and then I played the next part. So I did episode 7 right after I finished renovating it. But then I edited episode 7 first. And now I am doing the narration of the renovation. But yesterday I did a few more adjustments on the house, so it's even different now from episode 7. Uh, so it's going to be completely different for episode 8 now at this point. Um, But I made Verdigree's science shed, and I put all of the science things into it because I wanted to put the staircase where uh, computer desk, her computer and her desk were before. Um, so that's what I'm doing right now because I needed to add a second floor to the house at this point with Verdigree expecting and having a new addition to the family. We need the extra space. So the kitchen got an expansion um, and more counter space, which is good if we want to do the group cooking, which is a new activity. Um, I'm thinking now I might actually add that plaster that's on the TV right there to that little extension next to the stairs. That might actually be very cohesive. So I might actually add that in. Um, I wanted to see if I could fit a window in there, but it didn't work out, which is unfortunate. But I knew I wanted to have the tower be extended up because it looks so beautiful and epic. And so I was like, okay, I want to have my big giant chandelier and everything. So I was very excited about that. But I also wanted to have the upper floor open to the downstairs area. And I still haven't figured out the easiest way to do this. I'm still messing around with that. I'm still working on my building skills, but I'm getting better every single time. I have learned now how to delete floors and ceilings. You just have to click on the room and then yellow will highlight and you click on the yellow part and then you can delete floors and ceilings. I learned that after I renovated the house, but now I know it, so I can do that for the future. Um, so in this one, you can see I drew walls first and then deleted them to get my ceiling, but now I know the easier way. So I'm excited about that. I was messing around with whether I wanted the tower to be looked down as well for there to be a peep through there, but I changed my mind and made that back into the full-on tower. And then I just made the half wall there overlooking the family room. That way I could get some nice big windows and lots more natural light there up on the second floor. Uh, Windows are a pain to work with. You either have aesthetically pleasing windows on the exterior or they are situated for the room itself. Um, there is no in between. I mean, I guess if you really want to manipulate the exterior to line up with the rooms on the inside, you can get there. But for me, I would rather have the windows work out in the room uh, than be perfectly lined up on the exterior. Um, it's better to have plenty of windows on the inside that line up. As you can see, I brought the natural stone from the outside into the interior because I figured if they were adding that second addition, they'd keep that stone work that was already there. I'm moving Verdigree and Rosso up to the second floor. That way the new addition can be on the bottom floor, and that way when the child or children, if they have more, when they're toddlers, then they're on the bottom floor and it'll be easier to care for them. Moved all of Perido's cat stuff up to that little loft area. And then the roofing was very easy, even easier after I had extended it the first time. Um, you'll see after uh, for future parts, I even add additional additions to the porch, and I made the porch actually bigger, that side porch where Vertigree plays chess. Um, I moved her cell stem uh, picture up to a bedroom as well. And I deleted the closet, expanded the bathroom, messed around with that because I needed to make sure that I got a bathtub in there for when babies become toddlers as well. Very important. Here I was contemplating my window and size of window, and usually I try to make my renovations a little more realistic, but it's The Sims and I can do what I want. So I decided to flip-flop the sink in the toilet. I still figure plumbing wise that would technically work. Um, I love Ravishing's custom content. Absolutely gorgeous. I cannot sing Ravishing's praises enough. Um, so here I'm messing around with windows and you can see I'm like, oh, I'll line it up, but then it doesn't work in the bedroom and I wanted the window center in the bedroom. So it's not centered on the exterior, but it's beautiful on the interior. Um, finessing a few more details around. I want to get my giant chandelier in. I love this one from Fitness Stuff. Yes, I believe so. So I added that one in because it was the perfect green to go with Verdigree's house, kind of that sort of minty sort of color. Um, and then I was messing around, do I want extra window here? And I decided against that. Um, I didn't add a bathroom up on the second floor during this major renovation, but I did add one yesterday after I played episode 7. So there is a little bathroom for Russo and Vertigree that you'll get to see in episode 8 when I record that. Um, but I did add that. So now I get to work on the nursery, and I'm very excited about that. I was thinking ahead to Rose Jen and how their politician career, romantics, and things like that. So I wanted a very romantic and, not romantic, but, I wanted that sort of vibe that they would grow into as they get older, teens and young adults and stuff. Um, I love making nurseries in The Sims. I didn't have nurseries for my children. They just stayed in our bedroom with us. So we shared a room with them when they were very little, which is very, very nice. But with Sims, you don't need that. They don't have baby monitors. I am the baby monitor. So I can watch over the Sim babies. I'm using that in general. Uh, to make sure that they get taken care of. I realized I pulled in a little bit of green from Verdigree and also a little bit of yellow into the room, which is the gen after Rose. It's yellow gen after Rose. So I did that unintentionally, but I actually kind of like it, and I may continue that trend in the future of pulling a little bit of color for the next gen in with the current gen. So a little bit of the green from their parent and maybe some allusions to the next gen in color. The content I'm using is the Tiny Twavelers custom content by Hey Harry and Felix Andre. Um, and it is superb custom content. It is very Maxis Match, but like elevated. So they use a lot of things that are in game, but then they tweak them and remesh them, and it's always just so gorgeous and beautiful. So they took a lot of things from like Jungle Adventure and they made them into a kid situation, and I just absolutely love detailing. I mean, I would love for a room like this to actually exist for my children. So I was messing around with canopies and that beautiful changing table, which is purely aesthetic, obviously. You can't change the diapers on that changing table, but I figured Didn't really need a dresser in the room while they are a baby, but the changing table just adds that little bit of chef's kiss. Uh, then I had the cute little binoculars down there and little magnifying glass and uh, put the bassinet there to see how that would look. And I want to make sure to get some seating because if when they're toddlers, then they have a place to sit, or a parent can sit there and read a book to them at bedtime and things like that. Um, let's see here. At this point, I saved, which is very smart of me. And then I came back to Verdigree's room. I wanted to see if I can get a little bit of red in her bedroom, but there were just no curtains that had red and green in there, and I was really hoping for that. So I got the Felix Andre and Hey Harry bathroom curtains and put those in there. I experimented then in the nursery, but it just wasn't quite the right vibe that I wanted. I really liked this kind of half-drawn curtain look for the kids' room. And then just shifted a few more things around in the backyard. And I was like, okay, maybe I can get some seating up in here because there's this corner to mess around with. And I grabbed this Moschino chair, and I thought that was kind of the right vibe for Verdigree because she has like this mix of older but modern, and because Mission style is kind of this older style, but she also is very modern with a scientist career and things like that. So I wanted to make sure that she had those touches. And of course, you can't go wrong, as any summer will tell you, with putting plants into the build. So obviously adding a few more plants. Um, I was like, oh, plants, I'll add something out here. I deleted those, as you can see, very quickly, added smaller planter boxes. I actually changed those to something else I found that was even better. Um, I added more details on the front in my renovation last night too. It's gonna be so beautiful when you see the full like finished thing. Uh, I spent like an hour and a half on this renovation alone, and I spent another like an hour and a half yesterday. Uh, I did not record my renovation yesterday, uh, just because I don't have time to make another video because I'm going on vacation. But wanted to grab out some of Ravishing's succulent plant custom content. So I grabbed this little table so I can put some little succulents on there, and so I grabbed another little dinosaur succulent, moved the potted plant over to Verdigree's side, grabbed some clutter items to make it look a little more lived in at this point. Since Vertigree is materialistic, give her a lot of things that she can look at and enjoy. Also, Rosso is a snob, so kind of the more items they have, I think the better. Grabbed a couple boxes from the new Dream Home Decorator pack. I figured it kind of looks like diapers underneath the changing table. And then, of course, a zebra Blarfy from the Tiny Travelers pack. A couple of mugs for custom content from Ravishing again. And then I wanted to add a little something on this wall just to make sure that the kitchen looks like it's really usable at this point. Discovered that the plates from the Snowy Escape pack are actually called paranormal plates. So they actually had like a little Easter egg for the paranormal pack ahead of time. But yeah, I think it is a really fun build. As you can see, the aesthetic of the exterior is still the same. I added a lot more vines onto the front for my renovation from last night. But again, I couldn't keep all of the renovations on video because I was just getting so into it. I'm just like, you know what? We'll leave a few little surprises for the future and just go over time and adjust things over time. But we got the second story added on, and I'm very, very excited. And it was all playable. I didn't test it before I did episode 7, and it was all playable, and I was very, very excited about that. Thank goodness. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps boost up my videos to make sure that you keep seeing them and lets me know what you enjoy and everything like that. Anyway, this was just a really quick, short little video. It's just a renovation. So until next time, stay cozy, be kind to yourself, and we'll play again soon.